Hello, welcome back. This is Amber, Lives in Sync Tarot. This is the weekly reading for January 28th through February 3rd. And I'm going to talk about astrology a little bit for a second. Now, I haven't did the February calendar. I know. So, for the end of January, though, for January 31st, I see Mercury going into Aquarius, and the full moon is in Leo. Now, Mercury going into Aquarius talks about you being true to yourself, your core self. You will be communicating your feelings, like at the core, who you are. And you will be acting more like yourself and reasoning more like yourself. Okay? Leo going into a full moon talks about you drawing attention to yourself. There will be attention being drawn to you in different areas of your life, okay, depending on where that falls in your chart. Now, it does create a warning with those two together, and it talks about pride, because you'll be speaking, you know, your feelings very abruptly, who you are, you know, like I said, being true to your core self. So be careful with your pride when it comes to that this week, or after that, this week, I should say, really. Okay, so this is for the element of air, and we are going to start with Gemini. Oof, you had a car fall out already, Gemini. Gemini, you may be having trouble in the home front when it comes to relationships or when it comes to your home life, okay? It doesn't feel like everybody, it feels like you're going in a different direction than where everyone else is going. It's like they don't see your plans, you don't see their plans, okay? But I feel like there's some celebratory energy, though, even though. Okay, but I'm going to start with the High Priestess in reverse. This talks about you needing to come to grips with the truth. Yeah, the truth. Okay, and I feel like this is a weak point for you, or this is a hard point for you to deal with. But what this will do is create more balance in your life, okay? It talks about you prioritizing what is important. Even though this is a weak spot for you and you don't want to deal with it, it's kind of turning your life upside down because you're not. Or your psyche, really, upside down, okay? And this talks about if you decide to prioritize, or when, because you should, okay? What this is going to do is help you move forward in your life. It's going to help the situation move forward when you do deal with it. Because like I said, it does feel like you're going a different way, everybody else going a different way. It's like you're not meeting. You know, like there's a sort of aggression about it. You may be dealing with a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And they're upset about the way that you're doing things or the direction that you're going in, because there isn't a direction, okay? But it's very interesting because I feel like you're still happy with this person, or they're still happy, but there's some problems. It's like underlying problems, and there's celebration over top of it, okay? You may be going out together on New Year's. That may be what that is as well. Okay, like a party with the family. But I feel like there's going to be talk about immaturity, either on you or your partner or the person you're dealing with. Okay? It talks about immaturity, not really having a direction. I'm hearing like a talk. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this no growth? What are we going to do about this no change? Things need to change. Things need to be better. What are we going to do about this? And like I said, I feel like you don't want to deal with it. I feel like you don't want to talk about it. Like you're not ready. But you better be ready, okay? Because it's time. I gotta straighten up for this one, Gemini. Okay, so you have the Death card here, okay? The Death card talks about needing to rekindle something, needing to rework a situation is what I'm feeling about that, okay? So it seems like the direction is off, like the direction with the relationship, and that's what needs to come together. The direction within the situation about you two not coming together, if this has to do with a relationship or with work, you know, about you not coming together with the plan, okay? Now, even though you're celebrating, or even though you make everything seem nice, or you're going to this celebration with family, it just doesn't feel like you're working very well together, okay? Especially with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Someone may even bring it up. But I feel like there's definitely going to be a talk at or after this event, okay, about where the relationship is going or ending up. You do have the Two of Cups in reverse. And this either talks about a breakup, and I feel like it's a momentary breakup. And it may be you, so be careful of your words and the way that you push things. Because, yeah, I definitely feel like there's going to be a split or a breakup because of the way things are moving. It's like maybe we need to spend time apart. But I feel like it's more of you being angry about a situation, and you're not thinking clearly because you feel like maybe this fire sign is being immature. So be very careful of that, okay? You want to balance out what's happening. I just feel like there needs to be more balance within a situation. Play. There it is. So there needs to be more lightheartedness brought into this situation, because that talks about being lighthearted within a situation. And I feel like when you have this conversation, you need to be more open instead of closing yourself off. And this could be for you or for them, because there is an imminent breakup that could happen, okay? But for some of you, the breakup could help you release some energy from this relationship, or actually force you to see what's actually happening so you can deal with it. It may help you actually finally end something. Maybe you just didn't know how to, or if you wanted to end it. And it's almost like you don't really have a choice now, do you? You know? So just, Gemini, just know that that's coming up for you. That's a lot of energy, okay, for 1 week. So I'm going to leave it there, okay? Next, we have Libra. Spirit. What do you have for Libra for January 28th through February 3rd? What would you like them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of? You have the Three of Cups, Libra. on the bottom of the deck that talks about celebration. That could also talk about friends and family. Okay. I'm hearing like a reunion between someone that you haven't seen in a while, or someone that you were missing. Okay. And I feel like this is a very abundant time for you when it comes to emotion. But it's very interesting because it says to keep yourself balanced, okay? Keep yourself balanced, keep yourself on scale, okay? Be patient with the situation. Don't run into it. It's like, it kind of feels like because you have this brief abundant or this celebrating time, you feel the need to fall back on some things that you were doing or building or bettering yourself. Okay, so be careful in that. Be careful in that happiness. You know, it's kind of smoke and mirrors a little bit. It's almost like a gift to you from the universe. So don't overstay your welcome, if that makes any sense. Okay, you also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, and that talks about criticism, okay? Receiving criticism. Yeah, so remember to stay balanced, because it looks like, I feel like it looks as though it's perfect, but it's really not. It's almost like a setup sort of energy. So be careful. Just remember to keep your balance, okay? Keep your balance in a situation. All right, this is you. Coming from a time of maybe being in debt, maybe sadness spiritually, and you're regaining all of that back, okay? You're regaining all of that back slowly but surely. I feel like you're investing well in it, okay? Be careful about what you're investing your time and energy. Like I said, you are moving forward, but you still have quite a few ways to go with the Sun card in reverse. You're not at the end yet, okay? So keep doing what it is you're doing. Something from your past is going to come back that you thought was over. And be careful that it doesn't distract you from the things that you're building, from the spirit, from the you know, you're regaining yourself, or you're structuring yourself more, okay? So don't be distracted by waiting on something that could not possibly be good for you. It just feels like a warning. Like, it seems really perfect, but, you know, like that kind of thing, okay? You also have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and I feel like it's going to come to you soon. What the issue is, or what it is that you should be looking out for, okay? Because something is going to come back to you, or a situation is going to come back to you, and it will show you what is happening. So it's like, it's not happening behind your back, because it will be revealed to you. But be careful, okay, of maybe spending money, celebrating too much, not paying attention to the things that your goals. Yeah, you're working really well to get everything together, okay? And I feel like your news is coming in, good news is coming in, good things are happening for you, but you still have a way to go. As I said before, okay? You still have a ways to go. Now, you are investing in good things, especially with the Star card here. And it talks about something you're waiting on coming through, okay? So it's a very positive thing. It's coming through. You're very happy about it, but don't get distracted from investing your time and energy and building on what it is that you were building. Like, it's not a time to stop. It's a time to keep going. Like I said, something will come from your past, okay? And that secret will be revealed to you, and you will have an opportunity to Make it better. But you have to be still working is what I get, okay? Because you can get distracted. It's like there's something good that's going to come into you and you're like, yeah, maybe it's love. Maybe love distracts you. Maybe that's the thing, okay? Love distracts you. It's someone that you have been waiting for that comes back, and you've been wanting them to come back, okay? And they stop you from working on what it is that you were working on, and you start to focus on them. But you have to make a decision to go back to working on what it was that you were working on here, okay? Because like I said, you still have quite a few ways to go. I'm going to leave it like that in that scenario because it could be different for different people. Creative project, okay? Like I said, there's something that you're waiting on, okay? But be careful, like I said, because there is something that's coming into you that seems really perfect. But I don't feel like it's as perfect as you think it is, okay? Continue to work hard because it's going to seem like an easy way out or like a momentary bliss type of thing. And it's going to stop you from working on what it is that you're working on. But continue to work harder where you were. You still have a little bit to go. So don't be distracted by that. But you'll see it. So I don't feel like it's going to be a surprise. I feel like you'll see it and then you can stop. Okay. So last but not least, we have Aquarius Spirit. What do you have for Aquarius? For January 28th through February 3rd. What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? Ooh, Aquarius. That was a very interesting vision. Something about standing up for yourself. It's very interesting because I saw someone at like a rally, you know, like standing up for something like PETA, and then we're wearing a t-shirt. Okay. Yep, your beliefs. I knew it. The Hierophant. Knew it was going to have something to do with that. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles. And that talks about you not giving to something. There's something that you have on your mind that you're not giving to or fighting for. Okay? And it goes against what is normal for you or what your beliefs are. And it's making your life difficult because of this. Because you're not. You think about it. You're ready to expand in it, whatever this change is, but it's like you're afraid to make the changes that you need to make. You're not giving to that energy, okay? You haven't quite made that. Inside, you've made the decision. Outside, you haven't quite made the decision. So you're not fully cooperating with what it is that needs to change. It's like you're not ready to make that announcement. You're not ready to make that move. You're not ready to make the change. It feels like everything's up in the air, and you're trying to balance how this will affect your life, how this will affect your work, how this will affect everything. Well, however you've been living or whatever you've been doing, this would change everything. And that's why the Hierophant is in reverse, because it goes against how you've been living or what you've been doing. It's something different. With the Tower in reverse here, it tells me that you're not ready for change. You're not ready to make those changes. I feel like you're letting your walls down little by little. You don't want to, you don't want to distract people from what the real issue is. It's just like you want to find the right way to do it. Or the right way to go about things. But you definitely aren't ready for a total change. But you know something. It's very interesting because it's like you know something. You harbor something, an idea, a thought, a move that you want to make. But you're not sure because it's different. And it may make your life difficult, maybe even your work life difficult, okay? And you're thinking about the future. And it may have to do with love, okay? I feel like you hold love in your hand. This could be you or for someone else. You hold love in your hand. I'm going to leave it there because that's what I hear. It's interesting. Maybe you all can tell me what that means. But it's like you're trying to prioritize, like I said, what would be better or how this could be better. And it's weighing heavy on you. Like it's making you sad. Or there are delays and you kind of just want to get it over with. But whatever it is, it's definitely going to change your life. It may have to do with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It's very interesting because on the Tower and the Nine of Wands, which talks about you being afraid to make these changes with the Tower, okay? You being afraid to make these changes that could change everything. It's like you're stopping change from happening because you're afraid of change. And it's distracting you from what the goal really is here. But it's time for you to separate from that and make a decision. I feel like you're trying to hold on too tight to the past by almost ignoring it or withdrawing from it, but that's not really going to make it better now, is it, Aquarius? This is interesting. Opportunity to forgive. This talks about being able to move away from something. To release negative patterns, heal, or grow as a person. I'm also hearing it could help someone else's life. Not just yours, but someone else's life. It's like seeing the good in others. Because until you do that, it's going to weigh on you. That's what I'm hearing, Aquarius, to tell you. Until you let go of whatever this is or do whatever it is that you're supposed to do, because you're stopping the change. You're stopping the change. Eventually, it is going to turn around. It may not go the way that you want it to go, but it is going to happen. You have the opportunity to change that. You have the opportunity to get through this weakness you have, to communicate these messages, get rid of this weakness you have within this situation. this insecurity or whatever and move past it. But it's like there's a fear of criticism or something about what it is that you're doing. Interesting. Well, thank you so much for listening. I will see you next week. I love you very much. Love and light. Bye.